The Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL are finally available, and I have one right here. I have the Pixel 2, and this is the one that is not getting quite as much attention as the Pixel XL. And that's probably a good thing because the Pixel 2 XL is getting some bad attention right now for the display. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Pixel 2, the smaller version. This is the 5-inch display model, does not have the slim bezels by any stretch of the imagination. It has
Got those
pretty
big
large,
old bezels.
yeah. And that's one of the things that like really stuck out to me at first. When I first like took this phone out of the box, first thing I thought was this phone is a lot smaller than I was expecting. I haven't used this phone this small in a while. And then when I turned it on, I was really surprised by how big the bezels are on the top and bottom, bigger than I was expecting. And so it's just, it feels like using a iPhone in the year like 2015 or something. It's the display is super small, and then there's these big bezels. So it's very weird. Like I had to turn up the display size because I just felt like everything was so small. Just
really?
not used to having a phone this size.
Wow.
But the display though, like, so this display is AMOLED, but it's not LG. It's HTC. And so you've probably seen a lot of those like people complaining about the AMOLED on the Pixel 2 XL. This phone doesn't suffer from that nearly to that extent. Like I would say the colors are a little bit more muted than like a Galaxy display, but it's not bad at all.
Well, that's good. So
Yeah.
how do you like the squeezable sides about like
Yeah.
how to activate Google Assistant or whatever?
Yeah, it works really well. You can see it pop up there.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
Yeah, you can actually like fine tune how hard or soft you want to squeeze it to activate it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like some customization there. It works really well. I don't use Assistant that often, so I don't know how often I'm going to actually use it. But you can do it when the display is off, which is pretty cool.
Well, that's nice.
You can't remap it to anything else, and there's like no apps that let you do that yet, though I have to imagine people will eventually get some apps for
Get
that.
some workaround going on or something like
but
that.
it does work really good. It's really cool.
Well, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, like I know it's on the U11 and they were bringing it to the Pixel 2, but I'm interested to see if people are going to bring like anything to remap it, kind of like what they did with the Bixby button on the Galaxy lineup.
Yeah, for sure.
How's the camera been?
Yeah, so I just posted a post on Phandroid with a bunch of camera samples, and I am pretty impressed. Like the hype is pretty high for Pixel cameras, and so far I would say it's deserving. I've been really impressed with all the photos that I've taken.
Have you messed with like the taking videos or anything like that either yet?
I
I know you've only had it for a little bit, so
yeah, I haven't even had it 24 hours yet.
Okay.
I haven't taken a video yet. I did do the portrait mode, which works really well.
How was that?
Works super well. I think it works a lot better than the iPhone portrait mode, actually.
Really?
Like I have the 7 Plus, and I've taken some portrait modes with that, and sometimes it doesn't look very good. Plus, you can only use it with the rear camera. On the Pixel 2, you can take a selfie of yourself with the front camera in portrait mode, and it works just as well. So that's cool.
Oh wow! I didn't know you could use the front camera. I thought it was just limited to the back to the rear camera. So HTC made the regular Pixel 2, and we know the bezels are gigantic, but those bezels are home to some of those new speakers.
Yeah.
How do those ones perform? Are they anything like? Are they what you expected? Because I know you have old HTC phones.
Yeah. I don't think I actually had any of the HTC phones that had the front speakers.
Oh, they're like the boom sound ones.
Yeah, but I have watched a few YouTube videos just to like get a sense of how loud it is and how it sounds, and you can definitely tell that there's front facing speakers. Like it sounds a lot better than my other phones that just have the speaker on the bottom.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about like putting your hand over the speaker when you're playing a game or watching a video or something.
Right. Yeah, it's so it's not like the bezels are there for no reason, but they could definitely be smaller.
Yeah, they definitely could have like trimmed it up just a little bit, just a teeny tiny little bit. And then the last thing I want to ask about is the search bar on the bottom. Like we've seen a lot
Yeah.
of like leaked APKs, and like Action Launcher and Nova have now added the ability to use it. But how is it using the search bar on the bottom on like up the Pixel 2?
Yeah. So before I got the Pixel, I actually switched my Nova launcher to look like the Pixel. So I had to search bar on the bottom just to like try to get used to it.
Mhm.
And it definitely takes a while to get used to if you're someone that uses the search bar on the top of the screen for a lot. Like
Mhm.
I've had the search bar on the top of the screen for
Ever.
literally years.
Yeah.
And so having it on the bottom, it is easier to reach. But it definitely takes some getting used to. And I just feel like the top of my screen is empty now. It's weird.
Yeah, like I can see how it's weird. Like, do you feel like it takes up too much space considering the fact that Pixel 2 already has such a small display?
Yeah, I mean on the Pixel too, like I keep touching the bottom bezel to thinking that that's where the nav bar is, just because everything's pushed up so high. So having the
Yeah.
search bar there pushes it up even higher. But again, it's just something that you get used to.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I switched to on my Note 8 that I have. I'm using. I think it's or no, I downloaded the Pixel 2 APK that leaked on XDA or something.
Yeah,
So I've got like the glance widget at the top also.
right.
So, but
Yeah, so I mean that's some basic first thoughts mini review, I guess you could say, on the Pixel 2. I've already posted a few things on Phandroid about it and in Android forums, so check all that stuff and stay tuned for a lot more about the Pixel 2. But until then, see you guys later.
take it easy.